My wife, Emily, had been radiating excitement all week about her birthday celebration. Friends, colleagues, and family gathered at a stunning rooftop venue with sweeping city views. I had orchestrated everything: the decorations, the catering, even a surprise slideshow chronicling our years together. As the night grew warmer and laughter rippled through the air, I felt deeply grateful to be her husband. When the band transitioned into a slow, romantic melody, I approached her with a gentle smile. She looked breathtaking, glowing, poised, effortless. I placed my hands on her waist and leaned in to kiss her, wanted to show her how much she truly meant to me. But in that instant, her eyes darted over my shoulder, widened slightly, and she jerked away as if my touch burned her. I froze, stunned, my heart skipping. The music continued, but suddenly the atmosphere felt wrong. Emily stepped back, smoothing her dress, eyes flicking anxiously. Then I noticed what had caught her gaze: her ex, Daniel, standing near the bar with a drink. He hadn't been invited. I knew that immediately. Emily had insisted she wanted nothing more to do with him. Yet the way her expression softened almost instinctively said otherwise. Guests began to notice the tension. Whispers spread. I tried to mask my unease and asked quietly, "What's going on?" Emily forced a small smile, the kind someone wears when caught off guard. "Nothing. Really. I just didn't expect him to be here." But it wasn't the startled reaction of someone surprised. It was heavier, guilt-laden. Daniel raised his glass toward her with a smug smirk, and Emily quickly averted her eyes, trembling. That single glance revealed more than words ever could. I tried to reclaim the moment, but she suddenly became cold and distant, brushing off my attempts to touch her. She barely looked at me, yet her eyes kept drifting to Daniel as if drawn by some magnetic pull. Frustration simmered, but I maintained composure. Then it happened. Someone jokingly suggested we kiss for a photo. Before I could react, Emily snapped. "Not now," she said, loud enough for half the party to hear. Gasps swept through the crowd. She looked mortified, not for hurting me, but because Daniel was watching. My chest tightened with embarrassment. Daniel stepped closer, smirking. "Maybe she's just not in the mood, man." Silence fell over the room. Emily didn't defend me, didn't correct him. She just froze, uncertain whose side she was on. I stared at her, silently pleading for her to stand up for our marriage. She stayed silent. Something inside me shifted, not anger but clarity. I stepped back and spoke loudly enough for everyone to hear. "Emily, if you don't want to be kissed by your husband at your own birthday party, maybe we need to talk." She stammered, "Not here, please." Daniel chuckled, and that was enough. Suddenly, Emily's best friend, Sarah, stormed across the room. "Why are you here? Emily blocked you, for a reason," she shouted. Daniel shrugged arrogantly. "She didn't seem blocked last week when she called me," he taunted. Murmurs spread through the crowd. Emily's face drained of color, her hands shaking. I stared in disbelief as the truth became clear. She had been in contact with him behind my back. Emily tried to deny it, her voice trembling. "He's lying." "I didn't, but Sarah cut her off." "Emily, I saw the call logs on your phone when you left it in my car. You spoke to him for nearly an hour." Gasps filled the room as her secret unraveled. Daniel crossed his arms, enjoying the chaos he'd ignited. Emily finally broke, whispering, "It wasn't like that. I just needed closure." I shook my head. Closure doesn't make you pull away from your husband in front of everyone. Tears welled in her eyes, but sympathy had vanished. Guests stared, some shocked, some disappointed. The perfect birthday she had imagined was collapsing, and she knew it. I stepped toward the exit, needing space, needing air. Emily chased after me, clutching my arm, sobbing, "Please don't leave." I didn't want this to happen. I turned slowly. "You didn't want it to happen, but you invited it. You held him closer than you held me." She shook her head desperately, tried to explain, tried to undo the damage of the night. But her guilt was written clearly across her face. The music had stopped, conversations paused, whispers hanging like smoke. Emily's birthday had turned into a spectacle of unresolved feelings, lingering attachments, and a marriage cracking in real time. Before I could respond, Daniel stepped forward boldly. "Hey, Emily, if he's making a big deal out of nothing, come with me. I'll take you home." That was the spark. Emily's father, silent until now, lunged across the room and grabbed Daniel by the collar. "Get out," he roared. Guests rushed in to separate them. Emily's mother burst into tears. A cake toppled. Glass shattered near the bar. Chaos overtook the party. Emily collapsed to the floor, sobbing, screaming at Daniel to leave, and begging me not to walk away. But the truth was exposed. The party fell apart because she had chosen her past over her present. I finally stepped outside, inhaling the cool night air, my heart heavy but strangely calm. Emily stumbled after me, mascara streaked across her cheeks, whispering, "Please don't give up on us." I looked at her for a long moment. "Emily, you didn't pull away from a kiss. You pulled away from our marriage." Her knees buckled, face buried in her hands. Guests drifted outside, stunned. I didn't yell. I didn't create a scene. I simply walked to my car and said quietly, "We'll talk when I'm ready." She cried out my name as I drove away, her birthday party collapsing behind her like a house of cards. She thought a single moment wouldn't matter, but that moment revealed everything and destroyed her world more than she ever expected.